That is, we have an idea around some type of insight we would like to get from our data. We follow the same steps each time. We pick an application, we connect down to our data producers, and then we bring that data over to the application to turn it into information. Now, what happens in that area of that application in order to go from raw data to information? What happens is actually information management. So from a step-by-step guide, we first connect to the source, ingest the data. We replicate that data essentially into some database. We then cleanse the data. We normalize the data. We get all of the formats into the same format. We get rid of the outliers or the anomalies or the bad data values. We try to add operational context and shape to the data. Maybe it's identifying process events or calendar periods like shifts or batch runs. With those events identified, then we start to aggregate the data into some type of a KPI. We have to then validate the result, and then we distribute the information. And this is the process that we've run over and over and over again for the last 30 years. The issue is that we keep doing those steps, repeating the process, and doing that work over on the data consumer side, inside of what I call the application layer. So we do this work in our BI tools. We do this work in our analytics apps. We do this when we bring data into Snowflake or Azure or AWS. We do this when we build another report or we create another internal communication, maybe from an email or a Teams or a WhatsApp message. We keep repeating these steps, and having all of these processing steps distributed across all of these different applications has created an information management nightmare. First, it's expensive. The steps that I've gone through require top talent. Data scientists are often involved or integrators are involved. It's not cheap for the customer, and they can't do it quickly. There's a lot of code written. Code and scripting creates fragility. As other applications version and increase in age, the code doesn't work the same. Because we've spread the work across many different locations, we don't have the ability to govern the data, and we don't have the ability to govern the engineering behind the data. So the exact same KPI over in the BI tool versus a KPI in a report or a dashboard, they might be describing the same event, but often the values do not match because the underlying calculations or the underlying cleansing or the way that we've handled boundary values or done aggregates like averages versus time-weighted averages or taken an average of percentages, well, we don't have governance even around the engineering. And as a result, we can't scale.